26. Well, this day marks the adoption of Indian Constitution in 1949 by the Constituent Assembly of India. Well, the Constitution finally took effect on January 26, 1950 when India became a republic. Well, the Government of India Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment declared November 26th Constitution Day in November in 2015. Well, the year that marked the 125th birth anniversary of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, the chairman of the drafting committee of the Constitution. Well, previously, the day was celebrated as Law Day. The significance. Well, celebrating Constitution Day is primarily to honor Dr. B.R. Ambedkar and promote awareness of constitutional values, rights and duties. Well, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, also known as the father of the Indian Constitution, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar chaired the drafting committee of the Constitution. Well, the Constitution established India as a sovereign, socialist, secular and democratic republic, guaranteeing its citizens justice, liberty, equality and fraternity. Well, that's the underscores the importance of national unity, fostering unity in justice, liberty, equality and fraternity. Well, India observes Constitution Day, as also known as Samvidhan Divas, on November 26 each year. Well, this day also coincides with the 133rd birth anniversary of Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar, the chairman of the drafting committee of the Constituent Assembly, who played a pivotal role in shaping the Indian Constitution. Well, initially celebrated as Law Day, the day was renamed Constitution Day by the Indian government in 2015. Well, November 26 marks the adoption of Indian Constitution in 1949, which came into effect on January 26, 1950. Well, Dr. Ambedkar, as staunch advocate for the rights of the marginalized, led the committee that drafted the Constitution, a process that took 2 years, 11 months and 17 days to complete.
नहीं रहा। हमारा संविधान हमारी गाइडिंग।
Fundamental rights. The heart of the Constitution, the Indian Constitution, is often referred to as a living document due to its adaptability to changing times. It enshrines fundamental rights, providing a framework for democracy, equality, and justice. Articles 12 to 35 outline these rights, which include right to equality, right to freedom, right against exploitation, right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational rights, right to constitutional remedies. Well, the Indian Constitution stands as a living document or testament to its adaptability and enduring relevance in a rapidly changing world. Far from being a static legal framework, it embodies the spirit of dynamic and diverse nation, while weaving together governance, individual empowerment, and social transformation. Its provisions for fundamental rights, directive principles of state policy, and governance structure ensure both the empowerment of citizens and the accountability of the state. While the fundamental rights enshrined in the Indian Constitution form the cornerstone of democracy, ensuring dignity, equality, and freedom for every citizen. Encompassed in Articles 12 to 35, these rights include the right to equality, the right to freedom, the right against exploitation, the right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational rights, and the right to constitutional remedies. While these safeguard individuals against discrimination, protect freedoms of speech, expression, and assembly, and uphold justice for all. Well, these rights not only empower citizens but also place obligations on the state to ensure their protection, reflecting India's commitment to a just, inclusive and democratic society. Well, these provisions ensure that citizens are protected from discrimination, enjoy freedoms of speech and assembly, and have access to legal remedies. Well, they reflect India's commitment to an inclusive and democratic society while holding the state accountable for safeguarding these rights. Well, Constitution Day and Republic Day are distinct yet interconnected in their celebration of India's democratic legacy. While November 26th serves as a reminder of the Constitution's adoption, January 26 celebrates its implementation. Well, together they underscore the values of equality, freedom and justice that form the bedrock of Indian democracy. Well, the event will be held at the Central Hall of Parliament. Well, during the ceremony, Prime Minister Modi will release the annual report of the Indian judiciary and deliver an address to the gathering. Well, at the event, a commemorative coin and stamp dedicated to the 75th anniversary of adoption of Constitution released along with the books titled Making the Constitution of India. Well, a glimpse and making of the Constitution of India and its glorious journey. Well, that's all for now.